Coming up to 24/8, we spoke earlier this morning with Chris Parker from the Sweetwater Action Group, the group that, not entirely happy about the development that got underway, but let's put it in perspective. It's the state's largest housing project happening near Branxton, really at the start of the new Hunter Expressway in our very own Hunter Valley. Once complete, it will boast about 7,500 homes, comprise 4 villages as well as a town centre. Lot of jobs, and certainly everybody's screaming out for more housing and more residential land to be made available. And it got underway yesterday. Obviously won't happen overnight, but it's been a long time coming. With more on that, joining me now is the General Manager of the LWP Property Group, responsible for the Huntlee development, Danny Murphy. Good morning, Danny.
Good morning, Richard. How are you?
Good, thanks. Good. You're obviously pretty happy, Danny. It finally got underway. It's been a long time coming.
It certainly has. It's been an 8-year period for us, and so this week's a very exciting week for us to be able to...
And it hasn't been all sort of beer and skittles. It certainly hasn't been easy. I think twice through the Land and Environment Court it has been knocked back. It certainly had its troubled times, Danny.
It certainly it caused us a few headaches along the way, Richard. But it's funny, in a week like this, you tend to forget those and just look forward to the future.
Yeah, well, what is the future? Firstly, in terms of open space, I think the company's made a contribution of it's nearly 6,000 hectares. Is that correct?
Yes, just about 800 hectares on site, so half our site has been set aside for conservation, and in addition we've purchased another 5,000 hectares off-site to make available to the government, and that land has already been transferred.
All right. Now, stage 1, which I believe gets underway this month, that'll include the subdivision of the first residential village, which I believe is called Catherine's Landing. Why yes. Catherine's Landing?
It's named after one of the early pioneers in the viticulture industry in the Hunter Valley, and so we're happy to acknowledge that in the planning of the new town in the Hunter.
All right. Now, and how big will this first stage be, Danny?
Look, the first village comprises approximately 2,000 homes, plus importantly it also comprises the first 60 hectares of the town centre. So we'll have the development of facilities and services coordinated with the residential population growth.
All right. And in terms of buyers, what's the interest been like so far? Look,
we've been quite excited by the response. As you said in your introduction, there's been a shortage of land in the Hunter to accommodate the growth, and we've had over 700 people register with us over the last 12 months, and we've pre-released the first stage and already have 50 lots sold. Yeah,
excellent. All right. And this first stage, how many lots will be included in this first stage, Danny?
Look, we're building 125 lots in this first stage. We'll move quickly onto the second stage when the demand's there. But importantly, with this first stage is the $10 million upgrade of Wine Country Drive into a 4-lane boulevard between North Rothbury and Branxton.
And of course, being located you're pretty well near the entrance to the Hunter Expressway, aren't you, there at Branxton?
Yes, it's ideally positioned next to main road infrastructure. All right. There aren't too many projects in Australia so well serviced by major...
and there aren't too many this big either, are there?
No, we get involved in the larger scale projects, so we're delighted to be kicking off another one this week.
All right, and look, it's rolling out over, what, about a 20-year period, is that correct?
Well, 20 would be nice. We're budgeting on about a 25 to 30-year rollout.
All right, and look, I know the figure's been bandied around and they're only guesstimates, but at least 3,000 permanent jobs within Huntlee when it's complete. Is that just a pie-in-the-sky figure, or...?
No, it's we're very much about creating a space where you can live, work and play, and we have the 200-hectare town centre, where most of those 3,000 jobs will be accommodated.
Yeah, all right. Well, exciting times ahead, and and busy times ahead for you, Danny.
Yeah, it's great times ahead, so we're really looking forward to it.
Good on you. Thanks very much for your time this morning, Danny.
Thank you, Richard.
Danny Murphy, thank you, who's the General Manager of LWP Property Group. They're responsible for the Huntlee development. There was a ceremony yesterday attended by the mayors of Cessnock, Mayor of Cessnock Bob Pinsent, and also the Mayor of Singleton John Martin, who together with all the Huntlee board members unveiled that plaque, and I think they had a good night last night. But it's a huge development and certainly much needed in our area.